Well, good morning. Inspiration for today, family. We've been showing a lot of past shows, but the things that were happening in both my life and in my editor's life, Lorena, uh, have have calmed down, and so we're going back to live first run shows, Lord willing, starting today, and quite a week that we have in store for you. I think it's going to minister to your soul. I do. It's an interesting time for me. And maybe you have had times just like this. Maybe you're having one right now. In one sense, the thing that I'm going to talk about that has recently happened as I film impacts us all. That tragedy in Texas, Central Texas. Have you ever sent a kid off to camp? Our kids went to camp every year, I believe. And can you imagine the heartache of dropping your kid off at camp and she or he never came back? And that's what happened to so many in Central Texas. And they never came back. That has affected me. I know it has you also. Our hearts just go out to them. And it wasn't just the kids, of course. It was many campers along the river. And there, as I'm filming now, there's something like 120 that have been found dead, but another 150 or 60 are missing. And my guess is by the time we're watching this, many of those will have been found and also be dead. The beauty of the camp was it was a Christian camp. The girls, I saw one reporter that was telling the story of a girl he found her Bible on a high post. And it was all marked up and notes throughout it. And she was enjoying her Lord as she read his word. And now she is with him. For us and the parents, doesn't it just make you want to cry? When this first happened, it brought tears to my eyes. So it just so happens that Diane and I spent a week in Kerrville, and that's the center of where all this happened. And when we were there a couple of years ago, I filmed, I filmed more, but I'm going to show you parts of 3 of those days as this week goes on. It's going to give you amazing insight into what and how and why, from a human perspective, that happened. And it's happened before there. And I filmed one day sitting right beside the Guadalupe River and talking about that. I think you're going to find Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday shows absolutely fascinating as we get a feel for what Kerrville and that Central Texas is like. And I'm fascinated by it myself that the Lord allowed Diane and I to spend a week there. Obviously, in better times, however. Wednesday's show, there was the hardest rain I've ever seen. And I filmed that and did a show on Noah's Ark. It was so bad. So I think you're gonna Wednesday is gonna be fascinating too, and Thursday will show you why there is hope in Kerrville. That's gonna be a not miss too. This morning, though, I wanted to spend the rest of our time together reading a psalm and talking about a psalm. Psalm 13, to be exact. It's a psalm of lament. Have you ever heard that term? There are psalms of lament. And they're in there because the Bible is so down to earth, really. And David and other psalmists, at times in their life, they're full of sorrow. They're sad. And they cry out to God, "Why, Lord? Why?" Have you ever prayed that prayer? Why, Lord? Why? And God is in his sovereignty has allowed the Psalms to put it into his book, Psalms of Lament, being honest. God always wants us to be honest and cry out to him at hard times. And honestly, not only the event that I talked about a little bit earlier, the flooding in Texas, but in the last 14 days, I've had 5 people in my life go to be with the Lord. 5. As I recall, I've never in my life had so many in so short a time. And you know what? It affects me. It does. It's a sadness. It's a loss. Lord, I cry out, why? Why? I don't know the answer. And a lot of times we don't know the answer. Let me read this psalm. It's a psalm of David. And David had real heartache in his life. Remember, he lost a child. He lost a child. It says, Psalm 13, starting at verse 1, it says, How long, O Lord, how long will you forget me? Forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long must I wrestle with my thoughts and every day have sorrow in my heart? How long will my enemy triumph over me? Look on me, Lord, and answer, O God. Give light to my eyes, or I will sleep in death. My enemy will say, I have overcome him, and my foes will rejoice when I fall. But here's the end of the psalm. But I trust in your unfailing love. My heart rejoices in your salvation. I will sing to the Lord, for he has been good to me. So in the midst of real heartache, in the midst of asking basically why, David knows where his hope comes from, and it comes from the Lord. David asks 4 times in the psalm, How long, O Lord? How long? How long? How long? Doesn't it seem sometimes like whatever you're going through, whether it's heartache, whether it's financial problems, if it's family issues, whatever it is, it's okay to be asking, How long, Lord? How long are you going to have me in this situation? Please, Lord, see me through it. Please, Lord, answer my prayer. We pray over and over. We've had other issues in our family too, right now, that I keep asking, Lord, how long? How long? And I have to end, but I choose by my will. I trust in your unfailing love, and my heart rejoices in your salvation. I will sing to the Lord, for he has been good to me. I know in the past, and I know it will be again right now. The Lord will be good to me. That's what his word says, and I choose to believe it. I hope you join with us all week long. We're going to visit Kerrville, where there is real tragedy. See you tomorrow.
It is well, it is well with my soul.